calls me Trina. So I've been here since the clinic opened, and the things that she saved is heartbreaking. So, I feel like it's a duty that needs to be here. It's low-income housing. A lot of people don't have insurance, and they don't have that $45 to pay, to go to a Dabo. They don't have that $100 to pay for their labs. They don't have that $200 and something to pay for their prescriptions. And, my grandmother has congestive heart failure. And if, she didn't have insurance, probably pay for everything. So I feel there's a need for here, and being that I live here, I'm exposed to everything. And it's hard. It's very hard. I'm a nurse, and I live in low-income housing, So can you imagine what the rest of the residents who don't have a nursing salary, what are they doing? You shouldn't have to choose whether you're going to get your medication or you're going to feed your kids. I had a resident that passed away last week. They called me and said a lady fainted outside. I went out there and she was, basically knocked out, but she had a strong pulse. And her family was hysterical. And I kept saying, it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay. They said that she was complaining of chest pains. Now, if you don't know that that's a sign, that could be a sign of a heart attack. What does that say about your doctors? What does that say how your doctor's care are, feels about you? Do they see you as a dog that they don't need to take the time to tell you the signs and symptoms of your disease? And anyhow, 30 minutes later, her sister called and told me that she passed away. And it's hard. That's what we were trying to avoid. And we couldn't avoid it. Everyone says it's not your fault, but it's hard when you can't, help everyone. And I couldn't help her. I feel really, really bad. One week I had to send 3 people to the emergency room because they didn't know they was having a heart attack. They was having lower back pains, which is a sign of a heart attack also. But they didn't know this. And now we have all these residents that are coming here and they're not knowing their signs and symptoms. It's not just one doctor, it must be all of them. They closed down our hospital, Peninsula, so that we all have to go to St. John's. You can't even walk in the emergency room. The beds are by the bathrooms. It's really, really crowded. I was in there to get my appendix removed. 5 o'clock in the morning until 11 o'clock at night was when I finally got placed in the bed. My appendix could have buzzed. Anything could happen. I could have died. 11 o'clock, that's when I got placed in there. No antibiotics, IV, no nothing. Once I mentioned I was a nurse, then I got assistance. But it took that long. I wasn't educated that, after the surgery, you may feel pains localized in your shoulders, your legs, your back, your arms, anywhere. They didn't explain this to me. I didn't know that I had carbon dioxide in my body, so I'm thinking of having a stroke because I'm having left arm pain. So now, on top of my surgery and being in pain from that, now I'm thinking I'm going to die because I'm having pain in my left arm. And I had to Google my signs and symptoms for me to realize that you're not having a stroke. And I'm a nurse. You're not having a stroke. It's just the carbon dioxide that's in your body. It just localizes in one area. Walk around and it'll go away. Now, they didn't educate me on that. What do you think they're doing to the rest of the residents? Now, if you don't get checked out to know that you have high blood pressure, you have a stroke, now it's going to cost the government more money in the long run. Because if they just get disabled and they can't work, they're going to have to pay for their health insurance. They're going to have to pay for their food. They're going to have to pay for their housing. They're going to have to pay for their surgery. They're going to have to pay for everything. It's going to cost them more money in the long run. And what we're trying to do here is try to save the residents some type of money. If we can cut that $45 out, so you can have money to pay for your medication, something's going to happen. I guess, Ms. Stowe tells me, just relax yourself. You can't do everything, and it just hurts when you can't help everything. And being that I grew up here, and I know basically everyone in the area, you know, I want to help, you know, do something. I don't want anyone else dying because they didn't know this, or they didn't know that. You know, just like with our water. Oh, the water's fine. The water's fine. I can, you know, test them. I said, can I see one of you guys drink the water? They laughed at me and just went right over to the next question. You know, we shouldn't be treated like dogs. And as they mentioned, we just get overlooked with everything.
I had mad damages, mad destroy everything. I lost my car, everything. And they've been promised what they're going to do for me, but they still never did nothing. Just like I said, the only one that helped me since all this right here is Miss Bell. That's the only one. Nobody else. And me and my family still going through it.
You still don't talk about
Mad mold, mad damages, mad clothes was destroyed, appliances, everything. And they told us to throw it out. She was there when they told us to throw it out. And they still haven't came and helped us at all.
And I'm from Ocean Village. I live like a minute from the beach. Okay, everything that's Edgewater Community Center is doing, they are doing good for us. Because I got really wrecked. I'm on the first floor. I stayed for Sandy, but I left out that Wednesday. My daughter came to take me out. But when I came back, then I really saw the effect of it. That night when Sandy came in, it was really hard, harsh wind. Half of the boardwalk was in the driveway where my window was. I had sand, molded walls, water, and the security came and told my family to move up to the higher floor. Water didn't start coming in, but it was coming in from by the building door, the entrance. But when it got to my apartment, it came up to like my ankle. But when I left, I heard it was more. It affected me very bad. And when I came back, Edgemere Community Center was the only place I could have come to get hot food. Okay, didn't have no gas, no heat. Okay, they had the lights. When I came back, it was on the generator. Okay, and keep popping on and off because they was trying to do their thing, you know, to bring it back right. The community center and the staff was beautiful. You know, I always have water in my eyes when I come here, you know, because it's a lot of experience. I'm from the Caribbean. I experienced earthquakes, but I never experienced the hurricane. Okay, which the Caribbean do have it. But I experienced earthquake, but the hurricane was really, really bad. I survived, and I'm glad I'm here to really, you know, share with you all. I'm still going through it because my grandson had lost a crib. I got a crib here, from here to replace it, and I thank God. What you all should do more is just continue doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? The staff, I know they work long and hard. And sometimes when I see them outside, I be saying thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because they need that to know what they're doing is good. I'm not feeling too well, but I still came out.
I got hit with my car. Both my cars gone. Total. I used them to get my kids to school. Most of the time, I was getting different school. But that day when it happened, I tried to save one of the cars because the other car I just bought it a month before December. So I didn't register it yet. So I didn't really bother about that. But the one that I registered, I tried to save it. The water coming towards me from the front, trying to back up. But the one from the back coming, so they merged. Opened the door, rising. So I was thinking, skeptical, should I stay or what should I do? I got out, as soon as I got out, I covered the car. It was very cold. I'm glad I survived it. It's still here. But this community care center is doing a good job. Doing a very good job. So You're helping a lot of people, including me and my family. Thank you very much.
We were in the room when the water started gushing out from the other end, where we run to from our own house. The water started coming. By the time we come out, the water is already here. So I was afraid. I was panicking. I was carrying my grandbaby on my shoulder. Every one of us were panicking. We now house now moved on to another place. That was where we were. And previously, before this, Sandy, we just gone for shopping to buy food at home. By the time we come back, the whole room was smelling. No God, no, everything was shaking. What we took from the other side has perished. What we left for food here has gone. So, I don't know what to do. Somebody just said, oh, go to the action center. They are giving out blankets. I was looking for blankets because we're taking our own to that side. I was looking, she said, I'll go there. When I came here, they gave me blankets. I said, oh, they gave my grandbaby cover. All of us, we were covered. I called my daughter, they're giving us something. So they gave us food. We were eating. They now gave my grandbaby biscuit and everything. I said, oh, thank you. So we started coming as we were coming. I saw that I saw a lady, she said, when she was holding the machine, I said, please, can you test mine? So, come in. She now tested, so, it's very high. So, what do I do? So, I'll be coming to test. I said, because of this family. So, since then, I've been disturbing them day. I've been coming every day as team need assistance. Lots of people. And they don't have food stamp, they don't have anything, they are still there. 1,001 and they come here every day. If you come when the snow is falling, you meet people there. They need help, they need assistance.
I never experienced nothing as worse as experienced. And I don't know about nobody else. I was very depressed. You know, you ain't got to do warning. You got to go outside and get warning. No medication. And you're sick. They feed you outside. Thank God for the center. Thank God for the nurse. Thank God for my friends. And people you come outside and you talk to them. When you go to bed at night, you don't have no food. All your food in the refrigerator. You got to throw it out. All the food in your freezer, you got to throw it out. But thank God to the sister. I know how she feels. Because it's very depressed. And right now, I still don't have no phone in my house. Talk to nobody. And you have like 250 minutes to give you, and you run that out talking to them. And when you see people, you know, my neighbor calls, you be so glad to talk to people. And I don't know about nobody else. It was very depressing. Very depressing.
Have people that can come and talk to us all. And I have to let you know, I've had them come talk to us and talk to staff and talk to some community people because we understand the depression. We are too. We're all in it together. We're overwhelmed, and we've had people come that are used to dealing with this to talk to us. And believe it or not, it helped. I didn't think that it could help, but it did help just talking to a stranger who maybe wasn't in the middle that you can cry to, and it's not somebody you had to be strong for. And we can set up more of that. I work for Trina, and we can get more of that set up, because I know it helped. I mean, we all hit a wall here, the staff, but we just couldn't. And we were, and we understand. So I just want to let you know that we hear you, and the next time we'll call, we'll get them here, okay?
I've been here a little over a year, and I have 4 children. unofficial adopted one, and unofficial grandbaby. And I was just trying to keep them close. I didn't want to get into any problems. You know, I didn't mix with a lot of people. I was interning for 2 years. Because of Sandy, I couldn't get there anymore. I was supposed to be hired November 1st. I lost that because life goes on in other places. But I gotta tell you, like, I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. I live on the 2nd floor, and we lost power, we lost food, but I still have me. I still have my children. And when I say the center helped me keep a peace of mind, like people just don't understand. They had all kinds of things to say, all these people on the line, oh, they just trying to get what they can get, and like, whew, on these lines, I talk to people, some single moms, some that lost their jobs, some that are just trying to come out and get a peace of mind. Like, oh, it's not just me, you know? It's not just me. I'm not the only one going through some stuff. My kids, we have gotten things and taken them to people that can't come out their houses. Older people, people with kids. I mean, like, my family would not even come here on certain days. But I found family here, you know. On the best of days, I found out 2 years ago that I have diabetes. And on the best of days, I wasn't taking care of myself. I was not. I came here, this young lady right here, she got my medication because I didn't have medical coverage anymore. My sugar level is leveled now. You know, I'm paying attention. We had vitamins for my kids. Like, people just don't understand. They see stuff on the TV and they're like, oh, those bums, they don't want to, you just don't understand. Unless you've been here, unless you've been in the trenches, you just don't understand. But here they understand. You know, some days, I know the depression, sister. God, I know, but I know it's not just me. What I do reflects on my babies. You understand? And I need to let them know that things happen, people fall down, but you get up. You understand? And it's okay to ask for help. Because pride going before the wall, let me let you know. It's okay to say, listen, I'm a little messed up. Can you help me? Okay, can you show me? Can you teach me how to be better? It's okay to ask for help. It's okay because nobody is a stranger. And when you open up, when you tell a story, a long time ago, my brother told me this. You tell a story to somebody and you could save a life. You understand? Because if you say something, somebody's going to say, wow, I go through that too. If it's just one person, you tell a story to and you save a life, you've done something that day. And today I feel so blessed. I still ain't got a job. I still don't have a job, but I have a blessed, and I am blessed. And because I can open my eyes today, and like there's a future, you know, like things are going to happen. Things are going to be okay. So like I'm crying, but I'm not sad. You understand what I'm saying? Like, whew, like I feel so good about me. Things are not like I wanted them to be, but they're not like they were. You know, every day gets better. Gotta keep the center open. It's not even a center, it's these people. Mrs. Hope, Mr. Hope. They were in my mouth a couple of times, and they're just here. Day in, day out. The people that, my kids have pen pals from New Zealand. These people left their countries. They didn't just leave their boroughs. They left their countries and they came here and they said, I love you. And I believed it. You know, my babies, I teach them to go volunteer because we got it bad, but we don't have it as bad as it could be. Other people are worse. Like, I just can't say enough about unity. I cannot say enough about when you don't have and you help the next person. Wow. You get rich in so many ways. I'm telling you, man, I love this place. I love the place. I love the people. Even the people I don't like, I love them. You understand what I'm saying? Because they teach me and they teach my babies. It's just,
I can't say enough about this place. You have to keep it going. You have to keep it going. You have to continue to educate people on whatever medical, how to cook properly, how to avoid that depression. Sometimes it just starts to suck you down, but you just gotta rise above it. You just gotta keep on rising above it, because if you see another day, you can make it better. Thank you.
Before you go to the next person, we actually have a good thing that came out of this. Can you tell us?
About did I have medical coverage?
Yes.
Yes, I have medical
Oh,
coverage.
good.
But before that, I was just saying, like, diabetic medicine is very expensive.
Yeah.
This girl got me my medication. You understand? This woman got me my medication. This place, friggin' amazing.
Candy hit, and it was shocking. It was like a shocking moment for me because I'd never experienced anything like this. So when the water got higher and I saw sea creatures in the area, I was like, wow, it's crazy. So when it hit, the lights went out. The water, we live on the first floor. I live on the first floor, so the water came up. The sewer came up with the water. So it was like, we had sewer backed up during our home. We had roaches and everything. It was disgusting. Then we went upstairs to the neighbor's house. The water started getting higher. So we had just me, my mom-in-law, my father-in-law, my sisters and brothers-in-law, and we have all together 6 kids. So it's 2 babies and up to 5 years old. So it's hard because, my mother-in-law and my father-in-law are sick. They lost their medicine. They lost everything. It was bleeding. She was bleeding. That's my mother-in-law, actually. So she was bleeding to her nose, her mouth. It was hard to see, My father-in-law just came out of a coma, and he had to come home to this. It was hard. The kids were so sick. My niece to this day she gets fevers, she was getting fevers and there was no help at the time. Before the center opened, it was just happening. So it was no medical, everything was shut down. And then that's when the center opened, the community center. And I was online one day and then I met Ms. Doe. And then, I was met Ms. Doe and she was like, yeah, how you doing? I told her, I lived on the first floor and how I needed some help. She was like, yeah, so I came here and started volunteering off and on. And I met a lot of people. I met Bethany here. She helped me out a lot too. With the kids, and then Trina started working here. She made sure that my mother-in-law kept her medicines going. My father-in-law needed medicine. If the kids needed medicine, she was there. It was a really bad experience. And since it's been open, now I work here, so I help the community out too. So I'm also working here. So I'm helping them out, but I'm very grateful for them. But it still hurts to wake up and see her bleeding every day. Hurts to see my kids, my nieces and nephews sick every other week. Rush to the hospital because of fevers. We still going through it, but we're here. That's what counts. And as long as we have the help here, that's what counts. And I'm happy we're still here. I'm happy that I'm able to help others while I'm trying to help myself and my family. But I really appreciate Ms. Doe and Trina and my staff members, my co-workers, Diamond, Bethany. She always comes by and makes sure there's donations, and anyone else I miss, I'm happy you're here too. But we're just trying to keep, we're a big family, so we're keeping each other up. We're keeping each other close, and ever since then, the community's calmed down a lot. It used to be bad, but now it's calmed down. So I hope they can stay here because we need them. And I'm 20. And I have 2 kids.
Doing a great job.
And I'm happy. And like she said, I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because it's experience and tears of joy. It was just a lot, you know, and I just hope everything gets much better than what it is.
You know, because one day I was on the line and she said I looked bad. It because it was just like I wasn't depressed. I was just well, didn't know what to do or where to go. I know I had a place to go, but I couldn't get in my house because we had no heat, no hot water. I was in Auburn at my daughter. But it's like she only got 2 bedrooms, there's a bunch of us. I was staying down at my other daughter at 331, 37th Street. And she lives on the 10th floor, she didn't have no elevator. I had to walk 20 flights a day if I wanted to go in and out. My legs swelled, I came here, they couldn't do nothing about the swelling, but they did help me with my medicine and took my blood pressure. And then there was a van on 54th Street that wrote out a prescription for me. And I had to go to Rockaway or CVS to get my medicine. So I just want to thank Katrina and everybody that's
We can continue to make the answer better, and I think that we are, and we appreciate. We get from you as much as you get from us. We're all together. Thank you so much for sharing too. It's a brave thing. It really is.